Let's talk a little bit more about the changes coming to how we're going to be able to get into our Social Security accounts ourselves to see what little bit the SSA shares with us. Okay, so as you know, historically, it's been SSA.gov/my account or some other navigation once you're at the SSA.gov site, because I think there's more than one way to get to that link. Okay, and the reason why I want to go into this again is because there's been a lot of blowback. We had just gotten word about the two new avenues being login.gov and ID.me, I believe. And people aren't that thrilled, at least not the ones that are more concerned about having to give up so much information to get your own stuff. Now, I will say on the defensive side of at least potentially one of those avenues, they want it to be secure, to know it's you, so that they don't give your account access to somebody else who's identity thefted you. Okay, I get all that. I too feel very uncomfortable. I haven't done it yet. I once in a blue moon get into SSA.gov, the old way of doing it that is still applicable. But anyway, had a thoughtful and scared and probably not seeing the realities person express some real it seemed like very upset, like this isn't true. And I spoke to an SSA person, please, who said it's not true, we'd send you a letter if we need anything more. All right, let's get to the bottom line of it. A lot of the clerks at the SSA field offices or the 1-800 number do not know everything about their own agency. Guys, a lot of them are newer, and in any event, they know what they know. They don't know everything. And I think it is a shame, because this is a really important thing that I think they should have probably, the second they're going to announce something, they need to let to the public of this magnitude, they need to let the staffers who might be picking up the phone for a layperson like one of us, or an attorney like me, know the answer, even if it's a canned answer. So anyway, for that lovely viewer who, just to maybe help her understand that no matter what she thinks or wants to believe, that doesn't make it reality. So here we go. I'm going to link the page I get this from, and I think I'm also going to, if I can, cut and paste this language from it, and I'll put it in the comments below. So this is on the page where they talk to you about you can sign in with login.gov, ID.me, or sign in with the Social Security option that they had before. And I'm trying to see if they actually, it's sitting behind my page, but you'll see it when you get to it. All right. So on this little link here, it says, don't know which option to sign in with. You have the option to sign in using login.gov, ID.me, or Social Security username account. That must be the old method that we're all used to access Social Security's online service. If you don't have an account, you can create one with login.gov or ID.me. Notice that they don't add Social Security username method to that. They just give you those two. And I'm wondering if that means at this point you can't create an account now with Social Security username method, only with the login.gov or the ID.me. Okay. They go on to say that login.gov is a U.S. government sign-in service that provides a simple, secure, and private way for the public to access government websites. You can use your login.gov account to access your Social Security benefits, services, and information in a single secure account. You can also use your login.gov account to manage other government benefits and services. Okay, that's dandy in theory, right? Okay, then they tell you about ID.me. ID.me is a single sign-in provider. Guys, I think this means it's a commercial provider of sorts, not the government, but they're using them. That meets the U.S. government's online identity proof and authentication requirements. Please consider using ID.me if you live outside the United States. So that suggests to me that maybe don't use the ID.me if you live in the United States and don't have to, if you have other options. It says, please note that you do not need to create a new ID.me credential specifically for Social Security purposes. You can use one ID.me account to access both government and business services. Now here's the kicker. Okay, so here's for the viewer. They go on to the third way, right? This is the original old way of doing things that we've had for quite a few years now. It wasn't perfect, but it certainly helped people get certain documents. Social Security username. This applies if you created an account with Social Security prior to September 18th, 2021, and sign in with a username versus your email address. Starting September 2024, so for the viewer out there that's confused on this, here's your proof. Please do not take hearsay verbiage from untrained people at the field offices or the 800 number. You have to follow up everything you learn always and find it at an official source. I'm not the official source. I'm just a messenger. So I'm showing you where the official source is, okay? So try not to tell people that it's fake news when it's not. I mean, that's irresponsible. Starting September 2024, these accounts will be retired. Retired. You will not be able to get into yours, ma'am. So we encourage you to consider setting up an account with login.gov or ID.me. For more information on how to create access to your account, please visit blah, 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 blah. I have to tell you guys, I still use Social Security username method. I will probably, I won't be doing the ID.me. Someone did communicate with me about how much you're signing off on to use that. I couldn't really read, take the time to get into the weeds on it. And I'd love it if someone gave me a nice little one pager that explained exactly and had citations and links, but no one really has the time to do that apparently, which is fine. I don't either. But the login.gov, at least it's the government site and not a commercial provider that is obviously going to be looking for profiteering. I'm not saying they're selling your stuff without your permission, but really, are we giving them permission every time we don't read fine print? Just saying. I mean, we see it all over social media. I don't find it to be very much different. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys that so you can see for yourself that we're not just making this up. I don't push false news. It's exactly what I'm contrary to. I might say we've heard scuttlebutt this and that, but you're never going to hear something false out of me in terms of work-related stuff. I could say false things otherwise, but not here. Just kidding. All right, I will talk to you later. I'm going to put it down below. It's just something we all have to get a grip on. By September of 2024, guys, we're in July, August, September. You will not be able to get into your SSA.gov site. I assume you're going to forever have the opportunity to make an account for login.gov, so you could probably do that years from now if you don't want to do it now. But just saying, you're not going to be able to get your annual earnings statement. You're not going to be able to confirm that it has your earnings on it every year that you need to grow your benefit for later when you retire or you become disabled. There are certain things that are important to have there. Does this mean you can't trek to the Social Security office and wait in line and potentially get a printout of something like that? I think you could. I hope they don't ever get rid of in-person visits. But again, imagine if everybody's doing that because they don't want to, I don't know. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day.